Picture this: a perfect suburban street, where neat Mr. Jenkins is walking his perfectly groomed golden retriever, Marley. Marley's a walking ball of sunshine, his tail wagging like crazy. But Mr. Jenkins is all about civilized walks. As they pass a moving van, they see the new neighbor, Ms. Fern, struggling with a giant potted plant, and on her porch, in a carrier, sits Chewie, a fluffy cat with big, innocent eyes. Marley spots Chewie and freezes, vibrating with pure excitement. He just wants to make a new friend. Mr. Jenkins, of course, says, "Leave it, Marley." But Chewie, our little genius, has other plans. With a tiny, sneaky paw, he hooks Ms. Fern's tote bag. An apple tumbles out and rolls down the steps. To Marley, that's not just an apple. It's a ball. The ball. "Marley, no." Mr. Jenkins yells, but it's too late. Marley lunges, yanking the leash free, and the great apple chase begins. First, the apple rolls under the moving van. Marley dives after it, knocking a mover off balance and sending kitchen supplies clattering everywhere. Then, the apple zips into Ms. Fern's open garage. Marley, a furry torpedo of joy, barrels in right after it. He slams into a shelf, and a can of bright blue paint goes flying in slow motion, landing right on a brand new beige rug. The apple finally stops right in front of Chewie's carrier. Marley, panting triumphantly, picks it up and presents his slobbery prize to his new friend. Chewie just stares, blinks slowly, and then, with one precise swat, bats the apple right out of Marley's mouth. Where does it go? Straight into the puddle of blue paint. Marley, thinking this is all part of the game, chases it again and immediately plants a giant blue paw print on the white hallway wall. Just then, a breathless Mr. Jenkins catches up. He sees the blue paw prints, the spilled paint, the shocked movers. "Marley, what have you done?" he whispers in horror. But Ms. Fern just peeks into the chaos, looking more intrigued than angry. "Well," she says, "that's one way to break in a new home, isn't it?" In that moment, Marley and Chewie lock eyes. Marley wags his tail. Chewie gives another slow, deliberate blink. The chaos has begun. Later, Mr. Jenkins is trying to scrub the blue paint off Marley's paw. "You are banned," he declares. "Banned from that house. Banned from that cat." "We are a calm household," Marley's response. He licks Mr. Jenkins' face, leaving a blue streak on his cheek. Through the window, Marley spots Chewie, now free, sitting on the fence between their backyards. A longing whine escapes him. A friendship this powerful can't be stopped by a simple ban. The next week is a masterclass in teamwork. Chewie stares intently at a bird feeder. Marley takes this as a secret signal and charges the pole, shaking it until seeds rain down like confetti. Chewie happily naps in the seed shower. Later, Chewie sits by the sprinkler controls, tapping the box. Marley, ever the enthusiastic helper, thinks he's supposed to dig, and frantically starts excavating a sprinkler head. A geyser of water shoots up, creating a glorious mud pit where they both play. Their dynamic is set. Chewie has a quiet, usually destructive idea, and Marley provides the loud, enthusiastic, and disastrous execution. They are a perfect storm of fur and fun. But their masterpiece, their magnum opus of chaos, comes during Mr. Jenkins' dignified garden party. He's got guests in nice clothes, sipping tea. Marley is tied securely to the porch, watching from the sidelines. On the fence, Chewie has his eyes locked on a platter of fancy mini acacias. He gives his special tail flick the "I want that" signal. Marley strains at his leash, but it won't break. He whines in frustration. This is where Chewie's genius truly shines. He hops down, pads over to the garden hose, and turns it on just a trickle. He aims the water at Marley's bowl, making it overflow. The water snakes across the porch, right toward the extension cord for the party lights. Marley, seeing the danger, has a brilliant idea. He starts digging a trench to divert the water. The trench gets deeper and longer, channeling the stream right under the patio stones. One by one, the stones loosen and start to tip like dominoes, right toward the legs of the patio table. The table wobbles. The platter of quiche slides. In glorious slow motion, the mini quiches take flight, soaring through the air like delicious, savory missiles. One lands in a musician's trumpet. Another gets tangled in a woman's elaborate hairdo. A pack of pug dogs go wild, scrambling for the falling food and knocking over guests. And in the middle of it all, Chewie calmly leaps onto the wobbly table, snags one perfect quiche, and hops down. His leash post uprooted by the stone avalanche, Marley is finally free. Chewie drops the quiche right in front of him. They sit together, surrounded by the wreckage of the party, and share their prize. Mr. Jenkins stands there, a quiche slowly sliding down his shirt, and says with deadpan resignation, "Nothing is ever the same. Nothing," as sunset paints the sky. The two families are outside. Mr. Jenkins is sipping tea, trying to recover, while a cheerful Ms. Fern replants her fern, which was a casualty of the quiche apocalypse. "You know," she says, "I haven't had that much excitement in years." Mr. Jenkins sighs, but then a tiny smile appears. It's never dull. The camera finds Marley and Chewie, not causing chaos for once, but just being together. Marley's on his back, sunning his belly, and Chewie is curled up asleep on his warm, soft stomach, purring like a tiny motor. Marley's tail gives a soft, happy thump against the grass. Chewie reaches out a paw and gently rests it on Marley's nose. It's a picture of pure, peaceful friendship. The calm after, and definitely before, the next storm. In the final shot, we see the two houses side by side. One yard is perfect, the other is a bit of a mess. And on the fence between them, there's a brand new, pet-sized door. The sun sets. Nothing is the same, and somehow, everything is so much better. Thanks for watching. If you loved the story of Marley and Chewie, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures. See you next time.